So in this lecture, we are going to have some introduction of pandas, and then in the next lecture, from the next lecture, we are going to practice some of the important concepts of pandas. So let's start with it. So first of all, that what we are going to understand is we are going to understand first thing, we're going to understand why we use pandas. Definitely we are going to understand what is pandas, but still we're going to talk about why we use pandas. We're going to talk about pandas series and data frames, the very important concepts in machine learning. And also we're going to talk about handling missing data. This is not a feature engineering class, but still how we handle missing data in a very basic way I'll tell you, but in the projects I'll tell you more in detail. Okay, after that we'll be having about group by methods, and then we'll be talking about some useful operations. Okay, so these are the things we're going to talk about, and basically these are the most important concepts that you must know about the pandas. Okay, so first of all, let's talk about what is pandas. Pandas, first thing, let me tell you, pandas stands for the panel data. Okay, pandas stands for panel data. And then the next thing is this is one of the most popular library for data handling, and it is built directly on NumPy. Okay, so let me type here its most popular library in data handling, and it's built on NumPy. That is why we talked about NumPy before. Okay, that is the sole reason we talked about NumPy before pandas. Okay, so let me tell you why we use pandas. Let's talk about why we use pandas. Okay, the first thing we use is for reading the data. Then we use for the clean the data. Then the third reason is we talk about performing the feature engineering. Okay, and also it is basically performed whenever we use pandas. We perform feature engineering, and to perform feature engineering we use pandas. Okay, that is something funny here. So basically feature engineering is the topic we are going to understand, and also it is done before we train our model. Okay, let me just type here performed before the ML training. Okay, before the ML training. So that is why just remember that pandas are very useful, and pandas are going to be with you whether you want to become a machine learning engineer, whether you want to become a data scientist, or anything you want to become. Using this knowledge, this particular library is going to be with you for a long time. Okay, so let's talk about its core data structures. So pandas core data structures, pandas core data structures. So let me type here for its operation. Okay, it's a very important thing. Pandas core data structures for its operation. Number one is series. Okay, and it is basically used for data. It is used for, it is a data array with named index. This is a kind of theoretical, and I have made some presentation, so I'm just writing down that here. And also there is another one called data frame, and it's a data matrix. It's a data matrix with labeled index column. Okay, it's a data matrix with a labeled index column. So it's a very good way of understanding pandas, and the series and data frame are going to be with you for a long time, and we're going to understand data frame and everything in a very great detail. You can simply visit the pandas documentation, going to the get started page, and you will know very pretty much all about pandas. And it's one of the most one of the most maintained documentation on the internet. Okay, I prefer that Django. I believe that Django and Pandas is one of the most maintained documentation that is there for any kind of technology. So visit these pages, you will get to know a lot about it, and you will know a lot about Pandas. Okay, so I've given the link here, you can visit it anytime. So let's move forward, and in the next video we are going to actually practice some things. Okay, we are going to talk about Pandas series, we're going to talk about Pandas data frame and everything. So that's it, we'll meet in the next video. So let's meet in the next video. To change your